Hello to you all. I made this one yesterday or the day before, I don't know anymore. I'm going to sit. And it is a nice way to, with a quick background, to make a nice background. This image and the lantern is from Winter Tales and Backgrounds. And now I am cut out this lovely girl from the Winter Stories book from last year. And this lantern is from the Winter Tales and Background, the last book. So. And I have very new aquarelle paints and the colors are so beautiful. It's from Fumi. I thought when I ordered it was an American brand, but they send it from China, so it's probably from China. And the colors are so nice, so pastel, and they match also very good with the books. See, so nice. So I'm going to work with this one for the background, and let's get started. And I'm really happy because I have my Christmas grocery in the house. It took almost 3 hours, but we finally have it all. So now we are ready for Christmas. Let me see. First I glue 2 pages together, like I always do. This is not aquarelle paper, but it is it's no problem. When you don't make it too wet, then the paper is doing well. So. So this is a nice quick way to make a background, and I think that was the idea. Let me see, there is a kind of pink in it, or a very light pinky salmon-achtig and gray, and that's exactly what is here in the... For this technique you need a pipette. There's still some ink in it. So it's really not complicated. You have to wear old clothes. Let me see, 2 kinds of gray and this pink. Where is my brush? My brush is here. And first I put some color from the acrylic paint on my palette. Mix it with water. And I think it's great. Yeah. So. And then I'll take some gray. First the light one. It's very light, but and then the darker gray. So the pigment is on the palette, and then the water for the... when you don't put water in it, it's very opaque colors. I think that is enough for the first time. Okay, you can take your pipette and suck up the ink. Few drops, not more as 4, and I've done this before in the video, but maybe it's nice to see. And you put your finger on it with a little power, and then you get those stains. So watch out for your clothes. Ooh, that's a very nice one. You can practice this maybe before you start. Smaller one. The gray. Oop. It's a very light one. And then I think the darker gray. Yeah. Let me see if that is enough. Maybe here a little. Oh. I still have some pink. Why not here? So that is, I think, the background. I think. Yeah. You can do this also with all kinds of, let me see, ink sprays, like I have here Glimmer Mist. I have Distress Oxide sprays. Or you can use Lindy Stamp Gang. Do I have it here? No. Yeah, you can use all kinds of sprays for this. But this is aquarelle paint. Looks a little bit like firework. Firework. Almost there, almost dry. So. The reason why it's not drying that fast because I did not put too much water in the pigment. When you add more water, it's quicker dry. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's enough. And I want it here. And then we're going to stamp a little. With the inks, I stamp with gray because I don't want it too black, because the attention should go to the image. And when you use black, it draws the eye to the black inks. I don't know which side is good. I think this one when I see it. Let me see. Yeah. And you stamp it at random. I think there is some ink here. Move it up. Zo. Ja. Dit is okay with me. Maybe a little bit here. So. And then I'm going to, I need my gray distress ink. Where is it? I take Lost Shadow for the edges. And this one also. This is always a little bit difficult. I cut it loose here, and then I cut the white away. And when you glue it, you don't see that. And later on, you can color this with a gray pencil. And then I place her behind the lantern so you get a little bit of depth. So this is a nice way to make an interesting background. You could also add more with a stencil and distress ink, but mostly I like it, the simplicity. Where is my Zo. Place it in front of her. This is okay. Then I'm going to cover her and lantern with transparent gesso, so you can do the shading. Let me see, a brush. And as you see, you don't wipe the acrylic paint away, so that is when you use distress oxide for splashing, you have to be careful with the gesso. So it can dry. And while it is drying, I use my titanium white acrylic paint from Amsterdam to whiten this up, because it is kind of wintry and there is white in the little white in the image, and then you draw the attention more to the middle. It is going to be very cold here with Christmas. No snow, but minus 10 degrees. And we were very spoiled because it was not cold until now. But yeah. When you're sitting at home cozy and it is cold outside, and the food is in the fridge and your candles are burning and you have nice company, that is enough. You can build it up, the whites. Going a little in the paper. So. Yep. Maybe you see it a little bit better like this. And then we can do the shading. And I want my gray pencil. Where is my gray? Let me see. Yeah. This is dark sepia. It's kind of gray, from Faber-Castell Albrecht Dürer aquarelle pencil. I always test it on a paper. and it's not too dark. You want it to stay out, but not the dark lines. So very soft shadowing. It is dark, so I use some more water. You can wipe it away with your finger if you want to. So I only do the shadow on this part, like the light is coming from here, and then the shadowing, we do it here. A little ground where she's walking on. Here. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Would be nice when you some light from the lantern, but then I have to use yellow and I don't want it. I don't want to use yellow. And you color that white thing gray. So. And then some highlighting with the white jelly roll pen. In her eyes. see here all kind of white dots, and then you can accentuate that. The line in her skirt. Maybe some lines in her skirt. And her stockings. Maybe her shoelaces, why not? Oh, I'm constantly rubbing my finger here, and that is stupid. So, leave it alone, leave it alone. And then some white splatters with the drops of snow. Probably don't see it that much, but we'll do it in the darker parts. So, and we can do a text, but we also can leave it without a text. So, this is a video on how you can make a quick background. It's not that difficult. You only need a pipette and aquarelle paint, or paint in from a spraying paint where you spray with, or you can also use acrylic paint which you mix with a lot of water. But the only thing is don't use new clothes. So, well, I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all a happy Merry Christmas, and yeah, and until next time, bye bye.